Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 16
yards. A gain of 16 on that pass play. First down, Philadelphia. They'll run the counter with Barkley. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He'll get it inside the 20. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target.
And he's in! Saquon Barkley, touchdown Philadelphia. His first touchdown of the new campaign.
Jake Elliott on.
Well, we had a feeling, Mike, from talking to them this week in our meetings that they wanted to put last week behind them as quickly as possible. They could not wait for this ball to be kicked off here today, and it couldn't have gone better. They take the opening possession, they go right down the field and come away with a touchdown, and I'm not sure how many people on that sideline can even remember the score from last weekend.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is Lance. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Lance looking to throw. to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Ready, set.
It's 3rd and 4.
Snap, ready. 10 black, black ultra. Steel, black. Ready.
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. Finding room at the 35. Still going. And he is gone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Drill green. Let's go. Need old blue. 52 blue. Drill yellow. Clawed red. Hut.
Lance. He'll go right and find his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second
2nd and inches.
Blaster, stick. Here we go, set. Block 50, green. Set.
To throw, here's Lance. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
That's good.
14 on the pickup. First down, L.A.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jalen Carter. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. So the Eagles will use their first time out here to talk things over before 3rd down.
Ready, set.
Now Lance. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Makuba. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. On the run to the right. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for an Eagles 1st down. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back in Southern California in a moment. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley. Finding room to the 20. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It is a big play for the Eagles. 32 yards. Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. Saquon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and They continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Throwing, Lance. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
It's fourth down.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Quick slant into the hands of Smith. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Philadelphia.
13 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
Great, set. And let's go. Trim.
Hurts will try it again. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman can get out to lead the way.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
Ready up. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 36 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Ready.
Now a run on 1st down. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break.
On the set.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Set. Ready. Set.
They'll stick with him again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Loss of a yard on the play.
Here's your timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd Talk things over before third down.
Claws red. Here we go, set, cut.
He'll look to throw. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming.
Black Ultra. Let's go. Set.
He'll drop to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and 1. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Again, Hurts. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
To the air again. Hurts. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. And in motion is Brown. On second down, Hurts. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
This is fielded inside the 5. He's out of bounds, but the problem there, he doesn't even get back to the 15-yard line.
Blaster, stay. Here we go, set. Set, blue striker.
Lance looking to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be hustled out just shy of the first down marker. That's a pickup at 9. He's going to set up 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Lance. Quick throw here is complete. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Black shot. Come on, set. Ready?
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
To kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the... way close to the 40-yard line.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warrior 70.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Throwing right, it's taken in. Look at the big guy rumble. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. A big one there to start the second half. 52 yards. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal.
Hey, read our D, read our D.
Here's a run. A short game. Down to the 7.
The tackle by Jordan Davis. A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 70 Rangers, 70.
Back to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Rams. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The extra point is up and through. And the Rams are able to edge a bit closer. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what?
This one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So 3rd and long, trying to pick up a 1st down to keep a drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, and the defense scores with a pick 6.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless, and I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and the pick 6.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Rams are able to cut into the deficit.
Rams 14.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown.
31-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And 3rd down coming up. To throw, Hurts. In trouble, and down he goes.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
43-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. He'll manage only a punt. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
Carter on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Like that, go.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. That is a big gainer for the Rams. 36 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle to the 5-yard line.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now they'll set up to throw. Forced to his right. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Third and goal. The RPO, that one is complete.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. And the Rams are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Eagles 31. Rams 21.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. To the left side and taken in by Smith. And he will score. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
38, Rams 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let this one go deep. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Fourth quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. And that one's going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down throw for Hurts. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. First and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. And an Eagle first down.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
First and goal.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And this has to feel good for this team, Greg. After losing week 1, to continue to add to the lead here in the fourth quarter and get themselves likely back to 500.
Yeah, just a really nice bounce-back performance. After talking to them, they felt really disappointed in their week 1 performance. They felt like they got off to a slow start, Mike. So now here in week 2, bounce back, deal with a little adversity early in the season. I think this is going to bode well as the rest of this year plays on.
Jake Elliott to kick off for
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Forced out wide. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. A throw there on second down. Going to be incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Open man, left side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther, come 19, come 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Come on, set, go.
Look wide, get this one complete, and a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard, and sets up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Third and 9.
Ready. 19, Tiger, 19.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll let one go down the middle. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment. 3rd down, they need 5. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
And the story of the game has really been the inability of the offensive line to keep this pass rush away from the quarterback, and it's a big reason they find themselves here trailing in the 4th quarter. So as they turn to this passing game to try to mount a comeback, they've got to do a better job protecting the quarterback.
That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball. and it'll bring up third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out first, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now it brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Keely Ringo. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
There's really no other way to put it, Mike. This has just been a rough outing for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain through experience. The problem is, it's really hard to have positive learning experiences when you throw 3 picks. He's got to see the field better. He's got to anticipate better. And ultimately, he just needs to play better for his offense to have a chance.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
He will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, because this one is about done.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. And in motion is Brown. They'll run the toss to Barkley. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were